Okay, it is 3:05. I know that I've gone over Robert's Rules procedure for holding meetings in absence of an officer and or when quorum is doubtful. And I know that I've gone over that a couple of times and sent that out. However, I did go ahead and put that into the chat area. And if anyone would like to call to order, we could go ahead and do that.
This is Eldridge. I move we start this meeting.
Okay, thank you, Eldridge. The next order of business would be to elect a chair pro tempore to preside for this meeting. Does anybody want to second the motion made by Eldridge to call to order?
This is Spangler. I'll second.
Thank you. So order is called at 3:06. All right. And I'm assuming that nobody is opposed to calling that to order. Okay. All right. We do need to elect a chair pro tempore as well as a secretary pro tempore. Would anybody like to volunteer for chair?
This is Spangler. I will volunteer for secretary since I technically already am. I just haven't been approved.
Okay.
If that's okay.
That is okay, but let me hang on to that for just a moment so that we can get chair taken care of first.
Okay.
Is there anybody on right now who is willing to act as chair pro tempore?
Thank you, Kane. Kane said he would, but he's also expecting a phone call or two that could interfere. So Kane is out. How about Ziegler or Eldridge or Lowe?
Well, Lo is a guest at this meeting.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Sorry, Lowe.
This is Ziegler. I will.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Ziegler. All right. Do I have a second for Ziegler as chair?
This is Spangler. I will second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Kane, I did not hear you say aye or nay. Can you type? I know that you're waiting on a phone call. If you're still here right now, can you type it in the chat area?
Aye.
Thank you. All right. So Ziegler, you are chair pro tempore. The next order of business would be the secretary, and Spangler already agreed to do that. So is anybody, I guess, all in favor, all opposed for Spangler being secretary? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Jackson?
Aye.
Thank you. Anyone opposed?
This is Cook. 1 point of order. Was there a second on that?
There was not a second on that.
Let's just quickly do it over so we've got every duck in a row.
All right. Do I have Spangler has nominated herself for secretary pro tempore? Do I have a second for that?
I agree. Oh, sorry. Eldridge, I agree.
Okay. Everyone still in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Thank you. And any opposed? All right, motion passes. So Ziegler, I do have the instructions on the regular monthly meetings over to the right in the chat bar. You also have that in email.
Fantastic. So it looks like we must determine whether or not we have quorum before proceeding.
Yes, and to
Can you
do
check?
that, I must call roll.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Brooks has reported that she would be absent this week due to a previous engagement. Jackson Kane,
Here.
thank you. John Eldridge,
Here.
thank you. Aquila Maxwell. Christopher Matheson. Kanya Mall. Joel Simmons also reported on Monday evening that he would have to be absent due to an appointment that was scheduled today. Stacy Spangler,
Here.
thank you. And Lauren Ziegler,
Here.
thank you. We currently have 4 Codi members out of the 9 here, and we must have 6 in order to have quorum, so we do not have quorum at the moment.
Okay, so since we do not have quorum, I need a member to either motion to adjourn or I'm reading a motion to recess until other members are here, but that does not sound like that will happen. So I believe that we have to motion to adjourn. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting at 3:11 p.m.?
This is Spangler. I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 3:11 p.m. due to no quorum.
Thank you, Stacy. Do I have a second for that?
Second.
Thank you, Kane. So we are now adjourned at
Well-
3:11 p.m., right?
We need to do the all in favor, any opposed.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So we are actually adjourned at 3:12 p.m.
Okay, perfect.
So are we off the minutes now?
I'm sorry.
Are we off of the minutes now? Or the record?
No. We'll still be able to conduct unofficial, well, we can't conduct business, but we can still continue the meeting. We just can't take care of any business such as approving the minutes.
Okay.
All right.
So do minutes still need to be taken? Like,
I would appreciate it.
Okay.
I'll get more clarification on that, but unless I'm told otherwise, even if no official business is conducted, I would prefer that minutes are taken and posted as we do in the other months.
Okay.
Okay. Ziegler, since we don't have since we're not able to approve minutes, I do want to mention that we would have had a presentation. I had set up with Craig Lamack to do it in October rather than last month since something came up. However, I did find out last week on Wednesday that he had double booked himself. And so that presentation was canceled. I did send out an agenda without any presentation on it and did try to get in touch with NAMI because this month is Depression Awareness Month. And then tomorrow is actually Depression Screening Day. I could not, however, get anything set up on such short notice, so we will not have a presentation today. I know next on the agenda is member advocacy and information, which Simmons was supposed to do. However, with the last minute appointment that he had to make that is occurring right now at this time, he is not able to be here to do that, and that would have been on available programs. to alert first responders to homes with people with disabilities living there. I will try to reschedule that for a subsequent month.
Thank you, Misha.
You're welcome.
Could I don't know if I'm backing up, but could I talk about the depression month or whatever? What exactly is going on there in terms of the depression month? You mentioned there's some kind of call or something like that.
Yes, looking at national and worldwide disability awareness dates. Recently, we had Suicide Awareness Month, Mental Health Awareness Month, and so I think this goes along with it. Depression is a very serious issue that a lot of people will deal with at one time or another within their lifetime. And so it is just October Depression Awareness Month to bring more awareness to it and to let those who are experiencing it know that they're not alone, as well as know what resources are out there. And because October is a month, they have rolled Depression Screening Day into that month, which occurs tomorrow. And other than being on calendars and people like us trying to get this information out and looking at places like NAMI and other mental health associations, you're probably not going to see one website that contains everything on it.
Yeah. I only mentioned, I'm interested because depression seems to be treated as a separate, unusual thing. And the fact of the matter is, all of us really, well, with me, the central nervous system, your central nervous system's rotting away with MS, whatever you want to say. Clinical depression is a physiological reality. So, and there's a lot of people like that. So, I mean, it's not like we're all ready to shoot ourselves. Okay, we're all managing it in various ways, but it's not something that is a phenomenon. It's not like I'm feeling bummed. I had a bad month, whatever. It doesn't work that way. I mean, there's a lot of things that will set you into, obviously there's some circumstantial issues, but many times it's a chronic physiological thing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for saying that, Eldridge. I also have done a little bit of research into what you're talking about, and I don't know what article I read this in, but I did recently read that there are changes that can be seen on an MRI scan as far as in the brain that can show the depression. So what you're saying makes a lot of sense to me. All right. Did anybody want to say anything else about either the Depression Awareness Month, the Screening Day, or the Advocacy and Information section that Joel is going to do at a later date? Stephanie?
Would you happen to have a link to that screening that we could share? Anybody that would like to take that screening, they could do that?
It's Screening Day, which means call your doctor and set one up. There's not a link for it.
I will share a link in the chat. It's the National 988 crisis line. There is a lot of information on there for individuals that are in crisis. And it is a good resource for anybody to have on hand if they need to share it with other individuals.
And then I can also share a link of a website I pulled up a while back to find a licensed facility or services for mental health and substance abuse through the Department of Tennessee. All right, hearing nothing else, Siegler, if you'd like to go ahead and call for the next section.
Yes, I will. Sorry, I am scrolling still.
You're fine. It's committee reports.
Thank you. Committee reports. Do we have any updates on committees?
I will update a few. So as everyone knows, bylaws is not going to be meeting for a little while until we get the study back. and recommendations from that. However, I currently have two members, Kane and Ziegler, on that committee. And we will need a third to move over to that committee in order to meet. Membership was supposed to meet on October 2nd. We had two members in attendance, and so the meeting was dismissed. We do need to have three members present in order to hold a meeting. We currently do not have a chair for that committee. However, we would need the three members to be able to vote on that, and have not been able to do so due to a lack of quorum. Transportation was also supposed to meet on October 7th. However, I also only had two members in attendance, and the meeting was dismissed again due to the requirement of having three. Also, do not have a chair for this committee, and once they meet, we will be able to elect one. Current members on that are Brooks, Eldridge, Maxwell, and Simmons.
So let me ask in general about the Eldridge, about quorum. The scenario as far as us recruiting other members, is that pretty much on hold, you said, until the...
Yes. Until the MTAS and outside legal counsel study is complete, there will be no confirmation of second term members, officers, or new nominees. And I don't have any dates on when to expect that back or any timeline related to that. Once it comes back, it will, of course, go to the mayor's office. She will make recommendations and I'm sure let us know. And then once we have any information to give you that we're able to, we will release that to you and go from there.
Kind of hobbled for the time being.
Okay. Did anyone have anything else to say about any of the committees before Ziegler calls for strategic plan groups? Okay.
Okay, so strategic planning groups, it looks like, let me pull up my agenda. Livability meets on November the 6th, and Universal Design meets on November the 11th. Does anybody have any questions about those two items?
Well, I do have a comment to make. This is Zubak. We will need to hopefully get a secretary for livability. The current members on the livability strategic plan group are Brooks, Kane, Maxwell, Matheson, Mull, Spangler, and Ziegler. With that being said, our two strategic plan groups are livability and universal design. And I will need one additional person on universal design for them to continue being able to meet. Our current members for that group are Eldridge and Simmons. Simmons is the chair of that group, and we do not have a secretary for it.
This is Ziegler. You can move me over to Universal Design.
Thank you very much.
If nobody's opposed, I can be the secretary for that.
All right. I am making a note of that. And Ziegler, we will take care of the secretary portion of that when Universal Design meets next.
Great.
Simmons is not here today, and so that would be best done during that meeting.
I agree. Okay, does anybody else have anything for the strategic planning groups? Okay. Can we move on to any new business? Does anybody have anything for new business? No? Okay. So we will then move on to announcements and public forum.
I have two reminder announcements. KEC National Disability Employment Breakfast will be on October 17th at Rothschild Catering. The doors open at 7:30 a.m. And if you would like more information on that, please let either myself or Stephanie Cook know. We can get you the information on that, and both of us will be in attendance at that event that day as KEC members. Cook.
This is Cook. Wanted to make sure that if you intend to go and you have not yet clicked the link and RSVP'd to do that, you need to be doing that super soon, because the event is a week from this Thursday, and the food and head count and everything has to be finalized this week. So just friendly reminder.
All right. I also wanted to let everybody know again that the Knox County Office on Aging will be holding their Aging a Family Affair 2024 event on Thursday, November 14th from 8 a.m. until 3:45 p.m. also at Rothschild. The cost is $25 before October 25th and $30 thereafter. For more information on that, please call the Office on Aging at 865-524-2786. Or if you prefer emailing me, I can get information to you that way as well. Another just announcement is that for the first time since the pandemic began, we are restarting Disability Mentoring Day with the City of Knoxville, and that is next Wednesday, October 16th. We did have a very light response to that in terms of the mentees and mentors. So right now I do have 3 of each, and I have matched them up together and sent out information on that. And so I'm hoping that this will go off very successfully, especially with the small group, and that we'll have lots of great pictures to share from it.
I know that the 2 students from Pellissippi are very excited, so I'm hoping it goes very well.
Well, thank you so much, Siegler, for helping us with that. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm sorry we didn't have more, like 22 students were interested, but even with reminders, only 2 students actually filled out the application. So
It tends to happen.
we will get more next year, I think.
Perfect. And you and I can discuss a little bit later on, maybe trying to send out information at the end of the year so that they know about it for the beginning of the next one.
That would be great.
Awesome.
This
All right,
is
that's all I
Sandra.
have.
I had a couple of announcements about a couple of resource fairs that might be interesting to you guys. The Knox County Schools is doing one on the 24th at Bearden High School. It's a transition fair. It's from 4 to 6. And then the Disability Resource Center is doing one on Market Square Mall on the 25th. And it's always a lot of fun. They have the Sunshine Singers, and they have like wheelchair obstacle courses and lots of information. So it's a good one to attend.
Thank you. I just have one announcement. It's far in the future, but in April, Pellissippi State is bringing in speakers from the Black Deaf Project to talk about deaf culture and social justice movements within the deaf culture. And that event will actually be open to the public, and we're going to try to get a big push from community members to actually come out from that event. We don't have a firm date yet, but I will try to get that for next month's meeting.
Perfect. That sounds really interesting, and I hope that everybody can attend, including myself. All right. If anybody else does not have announcements, Ziegler, this would be the time to call for a public forum.
Alice did have a question if there was a contact for the Bearden Fair.
I'm looking for it right now. Give me just a sec.
Thank you. Do we have anything for the public forum? Does not look like it. So we technically already adjourned our meeting. Do we have anything else?
Let me just type this contact in for her real quick before we sign off.
Before we leave, yeah.
Yes, and actually, let me
Thank
mention
you.
one more
Thank
thing.
you so much.
Just so that everybody here knows, for the committees and strategic plan groups, when we do not have enough members and dismiss, I just want to let everybody know that I usually follow the UT method, which is I stick around until 15 after to make sure that we don't have anybody come in late. If it seems like we're not going to have anybody, I will, if needed, let you all leave at 10 after and still hang out with the agreement that you may get a text or an email if somebody shows up in that last 5 minutes.
Thank you, Misha.
You're welcome. And it looks like that contact for the Bearden Fair is now in the chat area. It is Sue, SUE .ONBOWENBY at Knox Schools, KNOXSCHOOLS.org.
I just found a phone number for it too. I'm going to type in real quick.
Okay. Spangler, would you also read it out loud so that it's saved in the transcript?
Yes, it's 865-594-8889.
Thank you. All right, hearing that there is no more new business and no public speakers, and knowing that we had made a motion to adjourn at 3:12, unless there is anything else, I believe that we may dismiss at any time.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.